We all want to help our friends and family, right? And we should help them when we can. But the one thing that you should never, never, ever do is co-sign a car loan or a student loan for anybody other than your spouse. I get it when your kid or your father or your cousin gives you a sob story about needing a car, not being able to finance a car, just having a car will make everything all better. Can you co-sign for me? I get that they're tugging on your heartstrings and trying to guilt trip you into putting your signature on that note for them, but stop. Stop and take a second to consider how this is going to impact you, your finances, and your ability to buy a house. Here's a very common scenario that I see with first-time home buyers. They've gone to college, they're a first-generation college student, their family is so proud of them. They take a job out of college, they're making decent money, again, entry-level money, but more than anybody else in their family has made prior to them. And their parents ask them, not for money, not for a down payment or a loan, but to simply co-sign a car loan for them because now the kid has decent credit and income. So the kid says, sure, my parents have always helped me growing up where they could, so I want to repay the favor. So they co-sign for that Honda whatever, and it's an $800 per month payment. They call me, they say, Justin, I've got some money saved up. I think I'm ready to become a homeowner. Let's do it. Good, great, wonderful. They have a couple of small credit cards, maybe a small car loan of their own, but oh wait, there's this $800 car payment showing up on your credit report. What the heck is this? And they'll say, oh, that's just the car loan that I co-signed for my dad. Or even worse, that's the loan that I took out by myself for my dad, but he pays it. Don't worry, he pays it. I read that I can not count that debt against my debt ratios for a mortgage as long as we can show my dad's paying it. Yes, but while it is true in some perfect cases that we can omit that debt from your ratios, it's very challenging to do so. We have to show the most recent 12 consecutive payments made by that other party directly from their own account. So if they've paid cash one month, or you've made a payment out of your own account after they've transferred you the money, that 12 consecutive months is broken. We cannot prove that they are in fact the ones making payments, and that debt is counted against you. Realistically, we're able to collect appropriate documentation and omit that debt in less than 25% of cases. So back to this first-time homebuyer example. This person wants to buy a $270,000 house. They qualify except for the fact that this $800 car loan is hanging over their head. Now, we cannot omit that debt for a myriad of reasons. Now, let's think about what that means. All of a sudden, that $800 per month car payment cuts into her buying power to the effect of $800 per month in mortgage payment. $800 a month is roughly equal to $120,000 in purchasing power. So now all of a sudden, this person cannot qualify for the $270,000 house that they fell in love with, but rather they're down to $150,000. And guess what? $150,000 houses do not exist anymore. So this person has effectively disqualified themselves from buying a house due to the fact that they co-signed their dad's car loan. Same thing applies to student loans. Every parent wants to help their kid go to college and succeed, but I can argue that student loans are even worse to co-sign than car loans because, as we know, student loans tend to stick around for a lot longer than a 6, 7, or 8 year car term. Those student loans are going to be deferred all 4 years your kids are in college. They're going to be deferred while they're in graduate school if they go that far, and they may even be deferred after that person starts working, because realistically, every federal student loan that I see these days shows a zero payment on the credit report because it's deferred, but we cannot use a $0 payment in your debt ratio. We have to take a percentage of balance. So that student loan that you co-signed for is going to follow you and impact your ability to buy a house for a long time. So if the bank, who is in the business of lending, says, no, we don't want to make this loan because we don't think that this individual has the capacity to repay it, what makes you think that this person is going to pay the loan as agreed? Keep in mind, when that person is late on that car loan, you're late on a car loan, and that late mark is going to hit your credit report and tank your credit score just as much as it affects the other person. In conclusion, if you've ever gleaned just one nugget of information from all of the videos that I've ever posted, let it be this: do not co-sign loans for anybody other than your spouse.